Hey guys, we'll be live right after the premiere. The redirect links are available.
My position is that the black woman's disrespect and rebellion against the leadership and the authority of the black man is a direct cause of the breakdown in our black family structure.
There's nothing exciting about a man. There's nothing wonderful or spectacular.
They did not tell us that all of that, being my own person and I'm independent, would lead to separation, loneliness, celibacy, and lesbianism.
If any of you ladies thinking about trying this lesbian shit out, I just want you to know one thing. There's no such thing as domestic violence on this side.
They didn't tell us that if you give up the man, you're gonna take one of these things and it's worse and it will destroy your nation.
78% of black husbands were in their homes, married to the mother of their children, when they started the social engineering of the welfare state. Fast forward 50 years, 78% of black children are being raised in single-headed households.
Ooh, they made us think that it was some kind of glorified position to brag about the fact that I got my own job, my own credit card, my own car, so I don't need no man. I don't even know how we got that mixed up. Ain't none of that got nothing to do with being with no man.
Right.
Over 60% of our women are single, widowed, separated, or divorced.
Those numbers have not changed. As a matter of fact, I think those numbers have gotten worse. I'm going to do a little bit of digging and put some statistics here for the viewers' convenience. We are not just going to blow past these stats. 70% of our women are unwedded mothers, making a whopping $45,430. This is before we calculate her debt, mind you. $45,438 a year pre-COVID.
We hear about the drug problem that we have in our projects across the country. It's one of the major places that we have a drug problem. Well, the welfare department don't rent government apartments to single black men.
My mom, she wasn't addicted to any drugs, but she sold drugs, so that means she was out of the home a lot. So she ran the streets a lot. So it was pretty much us raising ourselves.
He is not doing these things alone and without support from us, whether they are good or bad. Yes, black men sell a lot of drugs, and a lot of us black women get the money from them drugs and buy some of these fancy clothes we wear. Drive around in some of these fancy cars.
Now, I know I got 2 jobs. How you do that?
See, we have a lot of power. We are very strong women. I'm saying that we're using our strength in the wrong direction. We're using it to tear our man down, tear our nation down, instead of building it up. Having an education and a job does not necessarily mean you have a successful life. They say, well, I provided with food, clothing, and shelter. That's not raising a child. That's maintaining one.
Right.
I was a horrible mother. Horrible. I was a great provider. I was a horrible mother, which caused my children a lot of suffering.
We have sons who are, by not having a father in the home, they don't know how to respect women. They're doubtful. They're indecisive. They can't make a decision. They don't know what to do about being a man because we can't teach them that. We don't have that knowledge.
Now think about what she said and what Keita was saying.
So when we don't feel safe, or we don't feel like you can handle anything, or we don't feel like you can be assertive, or you can be ambitious, or you can go out there and do what you need to do for our family, then somebody has to, and I gotta do it for me and my child, right?
We have daughters who grow up in a home where they don't see any affection, where there's no man there. They go out into the world and try to mate. They don't have no idea how to be no woman to no man because they haven't seen it.
I know how to cook, I know how to clean, I know how to seduce a man. I do not know how to love a man.
The white woman's liberation movement, that's the white woman and her man. They're going through that, and that's their business. We have not been under the control of the black man for over 500 years, so what do we have to get liberated from them from?
Listen?
It's very well documented that the abortion movement was originally a man's movement, an upper middle class white man's movement. And there were actually 2 men who were fighting to get abortion legalized in America. These 2 men knew Betty Friedan very well, and they worked very hard to try to convince her to insert abortion in the women's movement's political Bill of Rights. Then Betty Friedan, the next Monday, she has a press conference, and she tells them that she's speaking for all American women everywhere. And the Washington Post bought it. They headlined the abortion vote. They said essentially, all women want this. And that is how propaganda works. We pretended that this sexual revolution was a freedom for women. It actually was not. It was actually kind of a slavery. But we pretended it was freedom for women. And over time, as the sexual revolution and the women's movement got identified closer and closer together, a lot of women began to buy into that illusion.
Now it's not only just the black family, it is just a total breakdown of the family.
Then they bring the welfare system in and tell us in order to feed and clothe and house our children, we have to give up our man. You have to put the man out of the house because they want to keep endorsing into the black community that the black man is no good and that he is not deserving of respect. He is not deserving of us letting him give us any protection or instruction and that we are better than them.
Hey guys, thank you for watching the entire premiere. Listen, there's going to be a redirect somewhere around here to take you to the live. See you there.